This is the second video in this series on how to improve latch by improving positioning at the breast. And in this video, I'm going to show you the cross-cradle breastfeeding position. Now, in the first video, I showed you the biological nurturing position where the baby was skin to skin with the mom and we were leaned back. The cross-cradle position is actually that same position, but sitting up. So there's just a couple things we have to do differently with it, particularly if we're starting in this position. So if we get the baby, we're going to start positioning the baby. A pillow can be helpful, just kind of as a place to rest the baby. It doesn't have to be a breastfeeding pillow, just any kind of just any kind of shelf for the baby will do. We're going to start from the baby's bottom and position it under the breast that we're not using. And then we're going to have the baby tummy to tummy, which was one of the key things about that laid back position. The baby still needs to be tummy to tummy. And then we still need to give the baby stability by giving the baby some pressure so that he can really feel that his tummy is fully against the mom's body. Okay. So another thing that's important about this position, and that naturally occurs when the baby's really tummy to tummy, is that the baby's head won't be looking one direction or the other. The baby will be able to come to the breast straight. And so once the baby's in this position, one thing that we don't have now is gravity helping us. When we were laid back in the biological nurturing position, we didn't really have to support the baby's head because the baby can support his own head in that position. In this position, we're going to take our hands kind of like a C and put them around the baby's neck. So what we're not doing is we're not pushing the baby into the breast. We're just supporting the baby's neck and head kind of here below the ears so the baby can move his head by himself. And then what a lot of mothers will do is they'll get their hand way down under their breast, or some moms will prefer to make a sandwich of the breast. And then what you can do is brush the baby's nose and upper lip with your nipple, and the bottom lip will also normally be touched by the breast, which helps the baby extend his tongue. And then when you see him open his mouth wide, just bring him on from the shoulders, and he should get a nice big mouthful of breast. And so, again, the baby has all of these things: tummy to tummy, stability, heads in alignment. And I'll talk a little bit more about the drinking position now. Kind of a rule of thumb for moms is about 2 of mom's fingers should fit between the baby's chin and chest when the baby's in a good drinking position. And if you think about this in terms of how you would drink, and in particular swallow from a glass of water or anything like that, there's kind of a certain position that we all prefer our heads to be in. We don't drink and swallow like this. We don't really extend like this, but there's definitely, you can try it now or just imagine, but there's a certain position that you would want to drink in. And you would certainly want to be doing it straight. It's whether from a cup or a straw. Nobody would ever really on purpose turn their head to the side, look down, and try to drink. Okay, you would be facing straight and tilt your chin. It's not super far back, but there's just a certain extension that we do. And I also mentioned how moms will kind of make a sandwich with their breasts sometimes. I like to compare that to, if you think about, if you had a nice big sandwich with 2 nice thick slices of bread and some lettuce and tomato and whatever in between. If you were going to take your first bite of that sandwich, first you might smush it down a little bit to make it more manageable, and then just imagine, how would you actually go about putting that sandwich in your mouth? Well, you would extend your chin a little bit, open your mouth wide, and go bottom jaw first and then top. And that's kind of what we're trying to help the baby do here by maybe shaping the breast a little bit and letting the baby lead with their chin and then go on like this. So that is the most important information about the cross-cradle breastfeeding position.